Hi guys, it's Lindsay Vestal of the Functional Pelvis. I've heard from a number of you that you'd like me to do a brief overview of the differences between dilators, vibrators, and vibrating dilators. So I'm just going to do a quick overview here, and please let me know if you have any questions. Please let me know if you'd like for me to go into this with a little bit more depth. But I just want to start the conversation for those of you that are interested in asking questions about it. So I want to start by showing you guys a few dilators. So these are, I would say this is on the larger side, but they get larger, and this is on the smaller side, but they get smaller. And they're silicone, they're very malleable, and the purpose and intention and how I use them in my private practice is for clients that are having trouble with entry with intercourse. So this would be my clients who have had a tear or an episiotomy post-birth. These are my chronic pelvic pain clients who just they can't even get further past the introitus. So I love these because they're pretty non-assuming. They start like almost as small as my pinky, and they grow in size, and you can get a complete set so that you've got somewhere to go, of course under the guidance of your OT, so that you know the stages to progress through, and there is an art and a science to that. And the idea would be that you would simply put this into the vaginal opening and let it rest there. And this helps to sort of stretch or give feedback in a really safe way to help those muscles accommodate, lengthen, have that brain to muscle connection, have a different relationship. I tend to also want my clients to do a little bit of self-massage on the area as well, just to help with blood flow, to help with nourishment in the area. Since this is sort of a static practice, I like to have a little bit of that dynamic aspect added to it. So in contrast to a dilator is a vibrator. Now, why would I use these? Why do I like these? I like these for clients whose discomfort is past the introitus, so past that initial entry point, and they've got some hypertonic muscles. They've got muscles that are not accommodating, that have potentially too much tension. So these are our clients where Kegels are not appropriate because they're already in that short and tighten place, and doing more Kegels is only going to serve to further tighten, not move us through full range of motion, right? So this is a client where potentially we're starting at the entrance of the vagina and then slowly working our way into the vagina. And what I like is that there's an angle to this so that they can go into the side walls, right? So more of that hip musculature, and they're able to get right into that point of tenderness. Now, the vibratory aspect is great, right? So we know this from our years of being OTs, that vibration can help a muscle lengthen. So think back to when you studied stroke patients or potentially worked with them, right? The vibration aspect was excitatory. It brought blood flow to the area. It gave the muscle information, right? So this can serve to do that and kind of help decompress a very compressed or hypertonic muscle. Again, there's an art and science to this. I have a protocol that I give my clients and coach them through. I often have them bring their devices those first couple sessions so they're doing it together. So once they go home and they have that carry through, which by the way, home exercise is extraordinarily important, I want them to feel fully confident and comfortable, right? I'm not just handing them instructions. They left my office really knowing what to do. And by the way, there's not a strict protocol, right? So I'm listening, I'm in touch with my clients, so I know how to progress them, right? So there's a lot of listening and getting feedback from them. The third one I want to show you is a vibratory dilator. So this was the dilator you've already seen. This is another version. It's also silicone. It's also malleable, but I would say that it's a little bit harder. That serves a purpose, right? If something's really soft, we're not able to get into those trigger points as well. So this is that hybrid model. It's not pure plastic. It's really not so just silicone. They can use it just like they used this. This set does come with, I think, 2 or 3 different ones. So they can grow, not to the point where this comes. These usually come in, I don't know, 6, 9, even 12 sizes. This particular set comes in 2 or 3. So if you have a client where you're not trying to have their size progression grow in such a slow, methodical way, but you want them to have that vibratory aspect, this is perfect. So you put the vibration right into that. Again, they don't have to use it with it, but that could be that next stage or that next progression. They're putting it right at the entrance, then they're slowly bringing it in. It does have an angle, so it still serves that purpose of being able to get to the side walls of the vagina, that bowl-like shape. And then they would simply turn it on, and now they have this amazing combination of a dilator with a vibrator, okay? So if you have any other questions about this, please let me know. I go very in depth into this in my OT Pioneers Introduction to Occupational Pelvic Floor Health and Therapy. There is an art and science, but I just wanted to scratch the surface because I know a lot of you are very curious about the differences and why we would use them. So send me your questions, ask me anything. What else would you like to know? I'm happy to produce more content and helping you feel comfortable on your journey into becoming a pelvic floor occupational therapist. Thank you so much.